Hey guys, Jay here. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to make FU money with Amazon. But first, we're going to talk about what we're not going to do. So first, we're not going to buy products from China or Alibaba. We're not going to buy from these big retailers like Kohl's, Walmart, or Target. And we're definitely not going to buy from these big brands like Nike, Adidas, or even work in the clothing and shoes category, because that's how you set yourself up for failure. So here's what we are going to do. All right. So here's what it looks like with Amazon in the process. We have us as a seller, and us as a seller, we need to buy from a supplier. Okay. So we have the supplier here, and then ideally, we have the supplier ship the product directly to one of Amazon's fulfillment centers. So we'll call this A. But here comes the counterpoint in here. Here comes the point where we need to emphasize and put a big focus on. And it comes to the supplier and who we're buying from. And if you see online, if you see anything online, what people talk about with Amazon FBA, they're going to recommend you to work with Walmart, Target, Kohl's. And this is one of the fastest ways to fail your business because number one, you can probably only buy 5 to 10 units at a time. And more importantly, this is a saturated market. This is what absolutely everybody is doing to get started on Amazon. And then the method I'm about to show you, anybody can do, regardless of how much money you have, how much knowledge you have, or even if you know what Amazon FBA is or not. Okay, so let's dive into it. And remember, this is the method I've been doing for years, and the competition on this is still completely zero. And I've been preaching this. So remember, this sweet spot with the supplier, right? You see all the suppliers everywhere online. Some suppliers allow you to buy 5, some suppliers allow you to buy 10. The goal when selling on Amazon is to get as many units as possible from these regular suppliers. So what do? Email and contact. As Amazon sellers, even if we can't afford 100 units or 200 units, let's say if it's not even possible to buy that many units because we don't have the money, we still want to build the relationship with the supplier to get to that point, because we don't need to set up a business or have a license number to basically buy in bulk from these suppliers. But if you're working with suppliers, even like Walgreens, Target, Walmart, they are never going to let you buy in bulk because they don't want to sell to you. They don't want you to resell products, and it's never going to happen. So who are we targeting? Let's look at it like this. Small supplier, big supplier. There's a lot of trust in here, and there's not a lot of trust in here for us as Amazon sellers. But if we can figure out how we can trust smaller suppliers, looking at sites like Trustpilot, Google reviews, and making sure that we can buy in bulk, no Amazon seller, beginner or veteran, is going this route. All of the Amazon sellers are focusing on right here with the big suppliers because they can trust them. And that is the wrong method. I've gotten thousands of units and hundreds of thousands of dollars through with smaller suppliers. So let's actually go look at it for a second. So here's a supplier here that I bought from before, weldingstore.com. Chances are a new Amazon seller or somebody looking to sell on Amazon has probably never heard of this store. Neither did I when I first started. And what you're going to see on this website here with this product called this Miller Contact Tip product, the product's selling at $17.40 if you buy 1 unit. Okay. And when I first came across this product, because I'm going to show you the Amazon lead in a second, I said, oh, well, it's impossible. It's not profitable to buy. We can't buy this. Let's just move on when I first started selling on Amazon. But what I did was look at this special button right here, business accounts. They allow and they encourage buying in bulk. Because remember, as a retailer, picture it like this. A retailer, if they sell 1 unit, even if with the shipping fee and whatnot, they might profit $5 off that 1 unit. But if they sell 30 units and they sell it to you at a discount and everything goes well with the transaction, they don't have to worry. They're going to profit, $120, not $150 because they give you a discount, but they're happy because they get cash up front and they get their money up front. And you as the seller, you don't have to tell them that, hey, I'm looking to buy these products to sell online or even sell in a warehouse. That's none of their business. You're just happy to buy the product and they're happy to make the sale. Okay. So this business account option, many companies or websites that you see don't have this. You're probably saying like, well, Jay, this is impossible to go to a website and say, where's the business account? Because where does PetSmart have this? Where does Zoro have this? They don't have this. But what they do have is this here at the bottom. They have a contact us page like every other company. What you'll do is go here to the contact us page, fill in your name, your phone number in the message, and say, hi, we are looking to buy this product, whatever the product it might be, in bulk. Can you fulfill bulk orders? Now, notice that I'm not going to ask them, can you please provide a discount? Because the discount is going to naturally be baked into the product. Okay. So for you, if you had two different sides of the spectrum, would you rather buy 5 products for $5 profit and have it be 40 or 50% ROI? Or would you be able to buy 100 or 200 units, even if it's at $3 profit at 30% ROI, right? What would you rather choose here? I would choose the 100 because your business, you don't have to work on it 24/7 and you have good relationships with suppliers. Now, it doesn't mean you need to buy from this supplier day over day and month over month, right? You can buy from them once, continue to only buy this product. But what happens when you continue to buy from this supplier? I'll tell it to you right here. I'll spell it out. Relationship. I have had over 10 suppliers now contact me on a day-to-day basis to ask what products work for you, Jay. I literally get these emails. We've never had the conversation of, do you sell on Amazon? Do you sell to wholesale vendors? Do you sell wholesale? Anything like that? They literally just reach out to me and ask me what products work for you. And what I do is I take the product, I put it into Amazon, and then I type in the title to see if it works. If it works, great. I tell them like, thumbs up, guys. This product works. I'm looking to buy 100 units. How many do you have access to? If it doesn't work, I just tell them no. And I've had multiple suppliers, just regular retailers who supply to just customers like you and I, 1 or 2 units, do this on a day-to-day basis. And literally, no Amazon seller is doing this. No Amazon seller cares to either try to find smaller suppliers or vet them to make sure that they are trusted. Now, let's actually go and look at this. So remember that product that I just showed you selling at $17.40? Not profitable, right? Well, if you reach out to the company and you have a business account, they have bulk tiered discounts, okay? So let me actually show you the product on an Amazon listing. It's selling for $22.99. And remember this number right here, $12.40. But if I input $17.40, right? This is what the buy cost is before any fees or anything like that. It is negative ROI and negative profit. So any random Amazon seller who comes across this product and clicks this supplier thinks, oh, it's impossible. I can't make any money. But really, when you have a business account or when you reach out to them to buy in bulk, because remember, not every supplier is going to have this business account and it's totally okay. But when you reach out to get them in bulk, this supplier is supplying this product at $12.40 for me, almost 30% or a little more than 30% off. Now, of course, this isn't 30% ROI or $5 profit as we would have hoped, but look at the difference in pricing difference. We just turned from a negative ROI to a profit. Could you imagine the amount of products that they have on their website that people do not dive into because it doesn't have good profit? But now we know that a lot of these products can have 30% ROI. So what is the plan? To scrape the entire website. So what does that do? That turns one lead into potentially 50 leads. And now all we do is we spend our time sourcing these websites, relating with this specific supplier. And now that's not it. We also have this example here. This is another supplier who does the same thing. Genuine Auto Parts. Of course, you have to vet them, make sure it's the same product, same model number and whatnot. But look at this supplier here. Buy more, save more, right? They tailor towards regular retail customers, but also wholesale bulk discounts all over the US, all right? For people, they don't care where you're selling this product or what you're using it for. For all they know, you could be owning a big company and have it for your office. And look at these bulk discounts. You buy 1 to 2 units, $26. You buy 25 plus, $22.88. That's over a 10% discount by buying 25 plus units. And that's what we want to do, right? We want to buy more than 25 units as an Amazon seller so that we don't have to keep going to this checkout page and keep clicking checkout, 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 and try to continue to buy these items. Because how many times can you do that before it gets very repetitive and very annoying? And of course, you can systemize and have an employee do that, but it gets very hectic and very chaotic. So this method of literally just buying more, even if it's not at a discount, even if there's no discount here, it's still way more profitable, way less time consuming, and it allows you to get to a very big scale on Amazon. Now, this was my sales here in July, and of course, it's not $100 million a month, but it's a pretty hefty month on specifically using this method to going to smaller retailers, asking them if they could supply a product, and they supply it. This is basically doing Amazon wholesale without having to go through the loops of getting a business, getting a tax ID, getting, seller's permit, and all the other hurdles. All right. This is literally one of my biggest tips and tricks of selling on Amazon. It's unreal. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to source a ton of suppliers to try to make as many as we can, allow us to buy in bulk. And then once we have, let's say, 5 suppliers that allow us to buy in bulk, and we have 5 relationships, right? Let's call this a relationship. Could you imagine how many potential leads that we can get on our table or in our email inbox on a day-to-day basis? This is one of the biggest tips that you'll ever receive when it comes to selling on Amazon as you struggle with trying to find products, trying to find profitable products. Because if you just search this product up on the internet, you're never going to find it for a profitable price. But now with reaching out to retailers, having relationships with these retailers, you not only get this lead profitable, but you get many, many more leads potentially profitable. So there you go. There's how to make FU money with Amazon and build a real sustainable business without having to go through Kohl's and the checkout page every 2 seconds of the day. So if you guys like this video, please stick around for the next one and let me know what you guys want to see in the comments below. See ya.